Okay, very good morning to all my students. We are meeting after a while. I wish to start with the poem Big Match 1983 by Yasmin Gunaratna. It's a bit of a lengthy one, so I'll break this video into, I guess, three sections or two to the minimum, three to the maximum. So when I make it a bit quicker, then I think it will be difficult for you to understand. You may have done this in schools. You may have skipped it away because it's too lengthy, likewise. But anyway, even though the poem is long, it gives a nice idea and not a good recollection, but a sad recollection of the past. In the year 1983, I was there to witness this. Definitely, you were not there, right? Okay, so it's about the Black July, what happened in 1983 with the Sri Lankans and the Tamil Tigers, right? So I'll start from the beginning and I'll let me cover two sections and then stop this video and then we'll go to the next one, right? So I have the book with me also. Better not look down, but better I look at the screen, glimpsing the headlines in the newspapers. Tourists scuttle for cover and cancel their options on rooms with waves of temple and holy mountain. Flashpoint in paradise. Racial pot boils over, and even the gone away boy who had hoped to find lost roots, lost lovers, lost talent even, out among the palms, makes timely return giving thanks that Toronto is quite romantic enough for his purposes. So, the ninth line I have stopped sectioning one point, right? So, what is happening? What are the headlines here? Flashpoint in paradise, racial pot boils over, tourists have come, right? Glimpsing the headlines in the newspapers after watching the headlines of the newspapers, right? Tourists, they were running away in a hurry, quickly moving away. Scuttle means that for cover and cancel their options. They are canceling their day-to-day actions here. You know what they were going to plan and all that all cancelled on rooms with views of temple and holy mountain. Flashpoint in paradise, racial pot boils over. What is happening here? The Firstly, the speaker Yasmin Gunaratna begins by bringing the reader. What does she bring? The headlines into a world of headlines and tourists. These tourists take a glance at the headlines in the newspapers, right? And move quickly like bugs, scuttling for cover, right? That's how bugs run off, right? These headlines appear in the fourth line of the poem they read. Flashpoint in paradise, racial pot boils over. Why do I repeat these words? Because suddenly, when it comes to even to a context question, quickly it comes to your mind. Oh, it's in a big match. Likewise, these quick bursts of information describe an area that's not quite as safe as these tourists might like. They cancel the time they intend to spend in Sri Lanka in rooms with views of temple and holy mountain, Sripada, even Kandy, wherever. Paradise is quickly becoming untenable, right? It's the conflict is between the government and the Tamil Tigers have you know all the conflicts have made them run away. Okay, in the next lines the poem moves to speak on a boy who had gone away, and he has come back to Sri Lanka to meet his loved ones, maybe the girlfriend or the family, likewise. And yes, his own city in Toronto, Canada. It appears as through this boy returned to Sri Lanka. Okay, that is what it says here. He is deciding that Toronto was quite romantic enough for this for his purpose. Okay, oh my goodness, I better go home, right? I'll not come to Sri Lanka, I'll run from here. Powerless this time to shelter. I'm going to the 10th line. Powerless this time to shelter or to share. We strive to be objective, try to trace the match that lit this sacrificial fire. We are searching as to what has happened. What is a sacrificial fire? Fire in which many things are burned for the sake of a belief, right? The steps by which we reach this ravaged place, place is now destroyed, ravaged. We talk of 48 and 46, sorry, 56, 1948 and 1956, of freedom and the treacherous politics of language. We remember the treacherous politics. What do you mean by treacherous politics? Politics which it has broken the trust of the people. Treacherous, all right? Treacherous politics of language. We see the first sparks of this hate, first spark of this hate fanned into flame in 1958, 48. We were under a British colony, and we believed that we got freedom in 1948. We still believe that, right? And now what happens? First sparks of this hate fan into flame in 1958, yet find no comfort in our need solution. We still have not have the comfort, no calm abstraction and no absolution, right? What is happening here? We try hard to be impartial, objective, right? But no calm abstraction and no absolution through this idea. Still, we did not. I mean, nothing has ever happened. Even so, we tried. uh, we have not managed to set free from our sins. Many things have happened, right? Many riots were there. That is why we talk of 48 and 56, they say. Yeah. In the next lines, the poet adds the we, I mean, that we means presumably the people of Sri Lanka, right? We were unable to share or shelter together. They are seeking to find the match that lit this sacrificial fire. Still, we are unable to find that, right? Deeper origins of the conflict and a cultural desire to understand the match that lit this fire. It was a big one, as the title suggests. That is why it says big match, right? And also, even there are some questions and answers for those things, which I'll explain to you later on. Why the big match, the thing was there, because it was, giving an idea as to the school big matches, but and also the scores they make it higher, but it symbolizes this match, this disaster actually. When looking back to the history, again we say collective remembers 48 and 56. These days mark important days here. I think I told you, uh, history that led up to 1983, it's a continuation of action 1948, 1956, 58, right? 48 and 58 means, I'm sorry, I made the thing as 56 also here. The second 1956 is in after 1956 only, the issues happened in 1958, right? So it has to be 56 first, right? Is in reference to the Ceylonese riots, the first outbreak between the Sinhalese majority and the Tamil minority. I'm sure it went to, it was rather chaotic to Tamils, because Sinhalese majority and the Tamil minority. Okay, so we should be honest when we talk about the facts, though, right? The new lines refer to the other moments of treachery on the part of the government and political figures. Yeah, the first sparks, the poet says, were fanned into the enormous flame in 1958. It's an enormous flame, right? This in regard to the 1985 anti Tamil program and further riots in Ceylon, right? Or a violent riot aimed at the massacre. What is a massacre? Mass killing, right? of an ethnic or religious group was targeted at the Tamils. So it's a yeah, we definitely we can say no way of absolution. It's difficult to setting free from the sins. Yes. So uh, Tamils were targeted more, right? Despite coming to an understanding of the origins of the civil war, the speaker and a collective, we find no comfort. Well, even in their solution, we never had the comfort. No calm, abstraction, and no absolution. What do you mean by that? On top of that, there is no way for them to change what's going on anyway, even though with that, we had no way of changing it. We couldn't change it. It happened somehow, right? Okay. And we will be talking about this big match fever also, these fire string factory and hovel, and big match fever flaring high and fast. Let me start this next section in my next video, right? Please stay tuned and I'll be back very soon, right?